Hey everybody, and welcome back to another book review. So I just finished another Irish Village murder mystery series. Like I said before, I really like this series. It's kind of like an in-between when I'm reading books, partially because it's such a long series, but also just because it's kind of like a comfort series. So this one is Murder on an Irish Farm. It's number 8 in the series, and it just, again, following Siobhan O'Sullivan, who's a guard or cop in Ireland. And in this one, she and her fiance, McDara, or Dara as they call him, they are trying to get married, and then their wedding gets interrupted. So then it's this whole thing of like trying to solve this mystery so that they could just finish getting married, which I think is kind of a fun little twist in the story. But yeah, good book in the series. This one I figured out pretty quickly. Like sometimes it takes me, several beats or chapters or whatever. But like this one, I got more like pretty early on who the murderer was, or at least like who helped out with the murders and stuff like that. But it's a good story. In this one, they are thinking about buying a farm, or they've already bought the farm, or Dara bought the farm as a wedding present for Siobhan, and then they find out that there's a murdered body in their barn. I think if I had a complaint about this one, it's the changing of the story, that it doesn't go in the predicted route that I thought. And so I'll be curious to see what happens in the next book. But so in the overall grand scheme of the story, Siobhan and her siblings, there are 6 of them, they run a bistro that is named after their mom. And their parents had been killed in a car accident. And so they've just kind of been running the bistro on their own. But one of the brothers, one of the older brothers, he's kind of picked up the cooking side of things, and he's looking at, menus and making things more healthy, or making things that are international, things like that. Like he's really trying to expand his culinary repertoire. And so they get this letter in the middle of the book. Spoiler alert. They get a letter or notification in the middle of the book that their landlord is planning on taking back possession of the bistro part of it, but they don't want to live above it, so that the family could still live above it, but then they just wouldn't have control over the bistro. And so the brother's like, well, I decided, since, they found a dead body in your barn and then the barn burned down, I would love to rebuild and make a farm-to-table restaurant. And I just don't understand why they couldn't have fought back against the landlord for the bistro and done the farm-to-table restaurant in the bistro. It just, I don't know. It didn't fully make sense for them to move the entire operation out of town. So I'll be very interested to see where that goes in the next book or next couple books. I'm hoping they'll, kind of dive more into that, because I really felt some type of way about that. I was just like, wait a second, like, this whole village is kind of banded together around them in this bistro, and what they bring to the table as a community, and then for the landlord to be like, oh, by the way, I'm just going to take it back because your oldest sister got married. Like it just, I don't know. It just felt kind of wrong to me. But again, like I said, interested to see where that goes in the next book or in the rest of the series. So yeah, overall though, 4 out of 5. Just like I said, probably every time I read something in this series, it's just a nice comfort series, a nice easy read, nothing too forced or kind of crazy or anything like that. Just really comfortable, and kind of like returning home to a friend or something like that. So yeah, there you have it. Murder on Irish Farm, number 8 in the Irish Village mystery series, by Carlene O'Connor. And I think I've said this before, but if you're into audiobooks, the audiobook is really good. I do like the lady that reads it. It's it's the same lady that reads the whole series, which is really nice. But also just because hearing something that takes place in Ireland and read by an Irish person with like the correct pronunciations and stuff is just really, really nice to hear that. So yeah, there you have it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Shorter book review this time, but thank you so much for watching. And if you have books, you're welcome to comment. My book list has gotten pretty long because I'm working from the bottom up, but like stuff gets added at the top, so then it takes a while for me to get to it. So if I still haven't gotten to a book that is one that you like or one that you think I should read, I definitely apologize. It just takes me a little bit to read, and especially going back to school and just not having a ton of time to do that. So hoping that I will be able to get to those books as they come up in the list. So as always, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next book review. Bye!